Hello everybody, my name is Michael Hornick and I will be presenting Lab Group 2's presentation on the eastern wood rat, also known as Neotoma floridana. Other members of our group include Grant Hamlin, Haley Freeman, Jack Gerler, and Rachel Wade. Let's start with the taxonomy of the eastern wood rat. As with other animals that we've learned about in class, we start with the kingdom Animalia, phylum Chordata, class Mammalia, subclass Theria, infraclass Eutheria. And this is where we take a little bit of a turn and we go into order Rodentia, family Chrysalidae, subfamily Neotominae, and species Neotoma floridana. And that's the species name for the eastern wood rat. The differentiation between wood rats and Neotominae can be quite difficult. They differ in geographic range and in hair color. So as seen in these images below, you have the eastern wood rat, the Mexican wood rat, the white-toothed wood rat, and the southern plains wood rat. And you can see that they all look quite similar, and some of the subspecies and a similar species called the Allegheny wood rat can only be differentiated by DNA testing. And it used to be that the Allegheny wood rat was just a subspecies of the eastern wood rat, and near the end of the presentation we will watch a short video of an Allegheny wood rat, and the only difference between that and the eastern wood rat is the DNA testing that's differentiated it as a different species, but their behaviors are the same. So we will watch a short video of that later. So the physical description of the eastern wood rat, they're short, stocky body with a long tail. Their tail can range from 15 to 20 centimeters long. They have long, soft fur, which tends to be brownish gray dorsally. Their underside and feet are white. Their tail is also bicolored, brown on top, white on the bottom. They have seasonal pelage change. So during winter, they have a yellowish tint on their sides that break up the brown-gray color that they have. And by March, it is uniform again. They also have large black eyes that look to be bulging. And the average weight of eastern wood rats is around 275 grams, and the average length is around 38 centimeters. The dentition of the eastern wood rat is, they have a dental formula of 11000033. And they have a total of 16 teeth, and they have moderately high-crowned molars. Going into reproduction, they have a polygamous mating system. The breeding season starts in February and runs through August. Males must assert dominance for successful breeding. And if the female asserts dominance, then the male will most likely be killed by the female during fighting. The males begin to follow the female around during mating season, and he will drum his hind feet and sniff her perineal area. And after breeding occurs, the male and female will not associate again, but the male will most likely go on to breed with other females. The gestation of the eastern wood rats are 31 to 36 days. Their litter sizes range from 1 to 6 pups. Those pups are born altricial. The young stay attached to a teat for 3 to 4 weeks, and all parental care is done by the females. The males have no impact on the raising of the young. And after 70 to 90 days, the young will leave their mother, and they will be able to reproduce later the year that they were born, so later that year. The lifespan and longevity. The highest recorded lifespan of an eastern wood rat is 8.6 years, but the average lifespan in the wild is around 3 years. And most of the mortality that occurs with eastern wood rats occurs within the first year of life, so when they're really small and young. Communication that's performed by wood rats. They make a lot of noises, including grinding their teeth, or like mentioned previously, they thump their hind feet. Sometimes the thumping of their hind feet occurs out of anger or fear. They will squeal during fights or if they become injured. Young will squeak when they're in distress. Wood rats have a highly developed sense of smell. They have extremely good hearing. And the vibrissae at the front of their face are used for tactile sensing, and that can help them navigate in the dark. Some of their food habits and requirements. They are primarily herbivores. Oak acorns make up 5 to 10% of their diet. Greenbrier, goldenrod, prickly pear, another 2 to 5%. Sumac, mesquite, walnut, those are other percentages of their diet. Only occasionally they will feed on invertebrates such as grasshoppers, beetles, scorpions, snails, etc. And they do a lot of caching. They will store fruits, seeds, leaves in their middens, and they will begin caching in September or October, but they don't store much food during the spring or summer months. Wood rats obtain a lot of their water from dew, rain, their diets of vegetation, and metabolic processes. They consume succulent vegetation, and that is one of the things that allows wood rats to survive during dry periods, is consuming succulent vegetation. And when proper vegetation isn't present, they will drink standing water with a lapping motion. The predation of the eastern wood rats. Most of the common predators include great horned owls, spotted skunks, long-tailed weasels, black snakes, and timber rattlesnakes. And to avoid predation, they are nocturnal, which means they're mostly active at night. They take refuge in their dens or their middens that they construct. And they are very vigilant for predators, watching out for them. And they are cryptically colored, and they match their environment with their pelage. Their geographic range is Nearctic, and Nearctic is just a general biogeographic region that consists of Greenland and most of North America. But a more specific range is generally from South Dakota through Texas and Maryland through Colorado, as you can see by the image on the right. Their habitat, they can survive in a variety of habitats. savanna and grasslands, forests, marshes, swamps, and they are also very commonly found in suburban and agricultural environments. Conservation status. The eastern wood rat is considered secure globally, but there are several subspecies that I mentioned earlier, including the Neotoma floridana illinoisensis and the Neotoma floridana. And these two subspecies have experienced declines in their populations due to factors like habitat fragmentation, parasites, and predation. Some conservation management activities that's been done for the subspecies include the removal of feral cats from conservation areas to help affected populations. Other measures include minimizing human and non-human disturbances to the population, like protecting habitat, increasing population monitoring, studying the population and why they've been declining, and the reintroduction of some of these subspecies into habitats that have formerly been occupied. There are some other factors that are uncontrollable that may affect populations, which include severe winters, acorn crops, and predation. Some of the behaviors that eastern wood rats are known for is they build mounds called middens, which act as their nests. So on the right here we have a picture of a big old pile of sticks and twigs that's been constructed by wood rats. Wood rats will use any available material to build their middens. They've been known to use bones and trash and all kinds of stuff that's available. Only one wood rat will occupy a midden at any given time, and these mounds can continue to be added onto by younger generations or other wood rats that take over the nest when the older ones pass away or die due to predation or something else. And the middens can reach sizes of almost 5 feet tall. The adults will learn all the escape routes close to their middens. At times, they will run up a tree and assess the situation if the tree is near their middens. They're known to drag their nursing young away from dangerous situations. And if one of the pups fall off, the mothers will pick them up in their mouths and carry them off. As mentioned earlier, eastern wood rats are very aggressive towards each other. Adults are dominant over subadults, and if the female is present during a fight, she is normally the aggressor, as in with breeding, and wood rats will squeal during fights or if injured, like mentioned earlier. Their home range. Eastern wood rats stay close to their constructed middens for safety. They normally never forage further than 21 meters from their midden. Ranges can shift depending on sexual activity, food availability, or voluntary wandering. The average home range is about 0.26 hectares for males and 0.17 hectares for females. Males generally have a larger home range, and that is also part of that is increasing the distances to secure mates. So having edges that buffer female ranges. And due to intolerance of other wood rats, they normally have a buffer that occurs between the ranges of wood rats. There is a disease threat of eastern wood rats. They are known to carry a host of hantaviruses. Hantaviruses were introduced to the Americas from the Norway rat, and these viruses are known to cause hantavirus pulmonary syndrome, or HPS. HPS is known to be a fatal human disease, and infection occurs by breathing air that's contaminated by rodent droppings or urine. And the symptoms of HPS include fever, muscle ache, fatigue, and later difficulty breathing. And treatment options are limited, but they're rarely contagious between humans. So now we're going to take a look at a video of a Allegheny wood rat building its nest and conducting other activities after dark. And as you can see, it's carrying twigs and sticks back to construct a midden somewhere. Here's one foraging different plants, and you can see them cut those off and move them to probably cache in their middens. In this part of the video, there is an aggressive moment that this wood rat will chase after a smaller rat that's present. Right here. And the rest of the video, this rat is collecting different particles to take back and probably build the nest within the midden. So here are our sources. I hope you learned something from this presentation, and this is all we have. So thank you for watching, and good luck on your quiz that will happen over it.